Hey everyone! So this week we are jumping into our narrative project. It's going to be like our first really in-depth work week with it. On Monday, which is today, we are going to be kind of going over what we came up with over the weekend. So I will likely be coming around and talking to everyone. If you are learning from home and you're like watching this video right now, I'll try to email all of you just to make sure you're caught up and you've got some ideas going on our narrative project, or I can give you some pointers on how to start. So ideally, you all would be coming into class today with your sketchbook, maybe some sketches, maybe. That was optional, but it'd be great if you have some ideas going. But what you super need to have in class today isn't as a general idea of a direction that you're starting to go in. We will need to look for like all the ways that you're starting this project out. So you'll need to have like an inspiration, and that's mainly what we worked on in class last time and what I'm aiming for all of you to have kind of figured out this weekend. And that basically means that you have an idea of what kind of narrative you're doing, whether that be personal narrative, legend, mythology, fairy tale, or if you're basing it off of some story that you've written or a story that you really like. You should also start to be having just very general ideas of what you're going to do. Have a general idea of what medium you want to use. We're choosing between pen and ink and watercolor this time. I know some of you really like to work digitally, like on your iPads, and that's totally cool with me, but you will need to have like the majority of your project done with watercolor or pen and ink. So if we need to like scan it in, and then you can upload it to your iPad, like Procreate or whatever you use, and you want to go over like a gradated watercolor background, and maybe you've watercolored in some of the like main elements of the poster, whether you're using like figures or you've drawn, objects or something, whatever it is. If you want to do like the line work in Procreate or whatever app you use, but the majority of the project was done in watercolor, that's fine with me. We'll just have to look at that at a case-by-case basis. So if you're at home and you're thinking about that, please get in contact with me so that we can talk about how to make sure that you are, kind of getting practice with those materials, but you're also able to do some digital art that I know some of you really like to do, which is super awesome and really relevant to art today. Anyways, okay, so I'm on our classroom page because I wanted to show you all a few new things. While we're on the topic of our narrative assignment, everything's going to be under Project 1 for the duration of this assignment. If you need to go back and look at some pen and ink examples and use that pen and ink practice worksheet, or you need to look at those watercolor techniques again, please go back and look at those. Feel free to ask me questions. Obviously, I'm here to help out with whatever you need for the duration of this project. If you need to do some more research, our narrative research is still here. So you can always go back and look at these. I'm bringing a book into class because I found a book on fairy tales. I can't for the life of me remember who wrote it. I left it at my house today. But I will try to find a copy of that for you all digitally if you're at home and you're interested in fairy tales that aren't the Brothers Grimm. If you're interested in basing your story off of a fairy tale, I found this PDF of the entire book. So, use this. It's got everything in it. The turnip, pretty cool. So these would be great narrative resources to base your project off of. A lot of good imagery comes out of these, I think. Anyways, so, if you still want to look at some more artists, if none of these artists are super interesting to you, let me know. We'll find something specifically for you. Yeah, anyways, cool. So the PowerPoint is here. If you haven't looked at this already and you haven't watched the video on it, please go through this because this is kind of just like an introduction, and I have a lot of really cool examples. I don't know a lot about comic art, but I heard, and in class, a couple people were really interested in this. So I would love to do some more research for you all if that's needed, but I'll kind of determine that once I talk to everyone in class. So watch out for additional kind of research stuff to pop up. As class goes on this week, I might have a couple tiny activities for us to do at the beginning of class just to get in the zone and get going. We might look at a couple more instances of narrative art. We might watch a video. So please watch for those. But for the next 2 weeks, we're going to just be working on this. So we're going to have a lot of work days. But yeah, please continue to check on our classroom because I may put some stuff up for us to do as just like a short 20-minute class activity. The other thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to talk about this, and I can't remember if I did it in the last video, and I'm kind of in a hurry, so I'm going to just go over it again if I am. But if you haven't heard about this yet, please listen. It's really important information. I know a lot of you are juniors and seniors. This is applicable not only to you guys, but if any of you are sophomores too. It's important to start thinking about this stuff, but the most important thing on here, I'm going to put this up top, is this Cane Hill High School art exhibition. And my goal is that all of us enter this because it's a really cool opportunity. So I need to do a little more research on Cane Hill, but it's here in Arkansas, and they are showing high school artwork. So to be eligible, you should be in grades 10 through 12, and that is applicable to everyone in our class. Our entries can be in any medium. So if you've got sculptural stuff from another class, textile stuff, like anything, you can enter it. It doesn't have to come from our class. The cool thing about this is that the grand prize is a scholarship to the UARK School of Art in Fayetteville. So it's going to cover the cost of tuition and fees for your full-time enrollment in 2021 to 2022. So, I mean, that's a whole year's of tuition. If you're entering as a senior next year and you're thinking about U of A, even if you're on the fence, like, we should enter this, because that's a pretty big amount of money. They're going to have additional cash awards. So those of you who aren't, thinking about entering college next year, or, if we get like second place or whatever, there's still some cool prizes. So the deadline for entry is November 1st. It's a Sunday. We're going to try to get everybody entered the class period before that I have you. So it'll either be a Thursday or Friday. But this project that we're doing with narrative right now would be a super great opportunity for us to make something really good with this exhibition in mind. So maybe we can kind of spend some needed time on our projects and go the extra mile and enter these in. I don't know. I'm really confident that you guys are going to make really cool stuff. So additional to that, if you're interested in this, the University of Arkansas has Senior Spotlight Days on Saturdays now, starting on October 10th. If you want to sign up for one of these, I think you get on Zoom and you just get to listen and watch some of the faculty and staff at the University School of Art talk about these programs. So if you're interested in going into studio art, art education, graphic design, art history, or even multiple programs, like if you want to go to all of these sessions, let me know. I can sign you up for this. You'd have to do it on your own time, but I can get you the spot. So please message me if you're interested in this. I think it's a really cool opportunity. I also put this JBU Art Scholarship up. If you all are interested in other schools, please let me know. I put this form up for if any of you need help with things, because I know applying for art school can be weird because, the admission stuff kind of makes sense, and I feel like there's quite a bit of help with that, but oftentimes when you're applying to art school, you have to compile a portfolio. You have to have good documentation of your portfolio. I remember when I was applying to college, it was hard for me to figure out what pictures to put in my portfolio to apply. And I was like, oh no, but I had help. So if you all need help, let me know, because I have just gotten out of 5 years of learning how to do this stuff. So also writing an artist statement. Oh, I hate writing artist statements, but you got to do it. And I'm here to help you. I've got kind of a formula down, so I can totally tell you how to do it. I can help you revise it. Anything you guys need, please let me know. I will definitely spend extra time out of my day helping with this. Also, if you want to look at art school and you're like, I don't know where to apply to, come talk to me or fill out this form and we'll have a chat, because I can help you narrow down schools, at least by giving you information. So I feel like I'm pretty decent at finding info, and I'm not afraid to call people. So if you want me to call admissions or something and be like, hey, I need information, I'll do it for you, I promise. Anyways, okay, so just fill out this form if you need help with anything. Yeah, if you want more information, if you need anything, like literally anything, just let me know. This is kind of open-ended, but make sure you included the deadline, because if you need a whole portfolio documented in the span of 3 days, like, we got to crack down and do it. But yeah, cool. I think we have good cameras here at school, and I can also bring in my camera to help you document your work, especially if you have three-dimensional work you need to take pictures of. Since I did a sculpture program, I know how difficult documenting 3D work can be, so I will definitely help you with that. And I can help you edit. Okay, anyways, I'm just excited for you all, and I want you all to know how to do this stuff, because it's not easy. Okay, I think that's it for today. I just had kind of like today's a work day. I'm going to come around. I'm going to talk to you about your inspiration. We're going to chat. If you're at home, I'm going to email you. So watch for that email. And cool. I'm excited to see what everyone's doing. I'm like super excited about this project, and I hope all of you are too. If you're doing something and you're thinking about it and you're like, this sounds boring, just don't do it. Let's talk about it. Let's find a topic you're excited about. Okay, cool. Anyways, I'll end this video. I'm bad at rambling. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.